Thank you, Ms. Lee, for sharing with us the overview of Korean ICT startup ecosystem and the favorable policies for the incoming ASEAN startups as well. So next we'll move on to the morning session by inviting the representatives from the 4 ASEAN investment promotion agencies, namely Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, and Malaysia, to deliver investment policies and incentives on the ecosystem of ASEAN startups. For those presenters, please be noted that each country shall have 30 minutes to present. So without further ado, may I invite a representative from Brunei, please? So please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Okay, hello, good morning. 안녕하십니까? 제 이름은 파딜입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. I'll be doing it not in Korea, sorry. So I'll be doing it. I just learned a bit of Korean. So I'm actually in English. I'm Fadil Kadir. I'm the head of IT at Darussalam Enterprise, which you can abbreviate into DARE. It's not DARI. So it's supposed to be something that you dare to do. So actually, I'll start off with the ICT ecosystem as well policy. So first, we look at the business clusters in Brunei, the priority business clusters, what we actually concentrate on. So as you can see, we actually have 5 priority business clusters. So if you can see, we have identified ICT or innovative technology as well as creative industry as one of the main businesses that we can actually help develop our economy. Oh, sorry. So these are the main players in our ICT ecosystem in Brunei. So we have, firstly, the Ministry of Energy, Manpower, as well as Industry. So they're more of concentrating of developing the industry for ICT, also for the other 4 business clusters. Brunei Economic Development Board, do you have like a laser pointer here? Is it laser pointer? Oh, yeah, okay, that's more. So BDB is actually the investment promotion agency. So they promote Brunei as the ideal investment destination in Brunei. So they promote all the 5 business clusters. So they talk to investors, especially in ICT, to come to set up in Brunei. So if you are interested to actually to invest in Brunei, they're actually the right agency for you to do so. AITI, more of the regulatory. So they talk to ISPs as well as IT service providers in terms of the framework, policies, as well as incentives in Brunei. Lastly, Darussalam Enterprise, which is the next slide. So we're actually the national SME body. So we help the local businesses to grow and contribute to the economy. Actually, we just established around 2016. So we're only like 3 years old. So we also like a startup as well. So we are actually, our board of directors are majority driven by the private sector. Am I too fast or it's okay? Okay. Thank you. So this is our 6 main functions that we do. I will not touch on everything with interest of time because we have about 30 minutes. So sorry. So I'll be touching mostly on the left side of the presentation. If we have more time, then I'll go back to these 3 towards the end. So Darussalam Enterprise, we actually manage about 29 industrial sites. Being Brunei very small, so we have about actually all the industrial sites are actually under Darussalam Enterprise. So we have sites dedicated for FDIs, manufacturing, agriculture, aquaculture, as well as oil and gas. As you can see, we also provide some support for development. We probably could co-invest in developing the sites. We also provide electricity, roads, and other utilities. In one of the industrial sites, we also have our own incubation center, probably the only incubation center in Brunei. So we support micro businesses to set up also high-value startup at the early stages in the incubation center. Probably not the similar one you saw yesterday, but we're almost there, I think. So this is our incubation center. We call it I Center. It's supposed to be innovation center. Not really that nice, but it's okay. So we've helped these companies to set up in Brunei. We provide them office space, internet connection. We had plans for a 3D printer, but we found out it's a bit too expensive. Probably in the future we'll buy one. So for this investment promotion trip, so we actually brought in 4 high-performing startups. 2 will be pitching tomorrow. Ict, more to smart farming. We also have Track and Roll. It's a cloud-based human resource management system. And 2 Mind Plus as well, Al Hufaz, is more in the Islamic education space. So if you're interested, they're actually here in the room as well. Enterprise programs, we also help companies to develop their skill sets, capabilities. So actually we have 3 main programs that we have. First one, the Industry Business Academy, which is headed by my colleague here at front, Felicity. So we teach them on accounting, marketing, intellectual property. So far we have trained about less than 4,000 aspiring entrepreneurs. So we also invite international speakers to also give talks and share their experience and best practices over at their own country. We have our own startup bootcamp as well as micro business bootcamp. So we take in these companies or entrepreneurs and we teach them how to set up, how to actually get funding and all that. Actually, for our startup business bootcamp, we have raised about a bit more than $500,000 investment. Brunei, in terms of venture capitalists, we're still lacking in that area, so we're hoping to build that network, hopefully, in the near future. Micro business bootcamp as well, about 40,000, quite okay. And then in that sense, actually, our startup and micro business bootcamp is now currently run by Golden Equator from Singapore. So they're actually helping us to run this program. So we do have those sort of collaboration with other partners around the region. So one of the main advantages of having Golden Equator as well, because we're able for our companies to also go into Singapore and other, we call it landing sites around the region. Okay. So in terms of financing, we used to have a lot of financing programs, but recently we have some sort of reshuffling. I think rethinking of giving people money. So we are trying to cut down on just giving people money, probably more into terms of loans and all that. So because I think giving people money is not sometimes it's not really the real answer. So now we do give a small bit of loan, 15,000 Brunei dollars, just for the company to start up. It's more of a repayment, so about 3 years repayment. Yes. This one is also in collaboration with one of the biggest banks in Brunei, which is the Bank Islam Brunei Darussalam. Okay. Yes. Okay. Just to go back to our main function, we have financing, space, as well as training. We also help companies in terms of their market access. So we bring them, for example, to Korea. We have investment trip also to China. There was recently, I believe it was to Thailand. So we do bring these companies, these startup companies, especially the incubators in the iCenter, to other countries for them to promote their their products, services, as well as their businesses. We also have support services. It's more of like a business help desk. So we have one area. We put all the agencies involved that would help on, for example, getting import permit, visa, probably also to register your company. So we put them in one room so everyone can just go there like a one-stop center. Those kind of service that we do provide as well. In promotion, we promote local businesses. We actually have a social media account. If you would like to follow, it's Biz Brunei. It's on IG, so we promote these businesses. We do have a good following. Probably, I think in Brunei, 500,000 is quite good actually. Yeah. So we do have a lot of likes, followers in social media. So we do promote these companies. Yeah. So going into the investment side, so I'm actually trying to promote as well Brunei as the ideal investment destination. So what do we have in Brunei? What do we offer? So we have a favorable tax regime, we don't have personal income tax, we don't have GST, no manufacturing tax, nothing. The only tax that we have is the corporate income tax, which is almost similar to Singapore. So we're second. It's about 18.5%. And then we also allow 100% foreign ownership, so you can come in and own 100% of your businesses in Brunei. We also have competitive utility rates. I think Brunei is one of the countries that would have a lot of subsidies. So we are subsidized in oil, sugar, and a lot of stuff. So I think it would come up into good utility rates. Infrastructure-wise, we also promote Brunei as the heart of Asia, because we're at the middle. So we're about 2-3 hours away from the rest of the countries. Also, we have readily available infrastructures. As I've mentioned, we have about 29 industrial sites, which are actually ready for you to go in and set up your company. We have good connectivity. We have about 4 submarine cables. Asian America Gateway, Southeast Asia, Middle East, West East Europe, 3 Japan cable, as well as Labuan cable. So these cables actually only utilize 20%. So we still have 80% left. If you are in the IT, you require high bandwidth, Brunei will be a good place for you. Yes, and it's a bit, the rate is also negotiable. Yeah, so we look at how you contribute to Brunei economy. We're politically stable. I think we haven't, well, yeah, we still have that same king for the last 50 years. So also we're renowned for our biodiversity. So because our country at the moment is 75% still green. We have an initiative called Heart of Borneo, so we'll preserve at least 59% of Brunei will be the rainforest. So we won't touch 59%. We are very small, so about 41 that you can touch only. And then I'm just gonna touch this briefly because our Ministry of Energy as well as Manpower Industry Development, so they are more into the e-government side. So they're promoting, they're trying to improve the government processes, and so they're inviting a lot of companies to actually help them to do this sort of projects. I don't really have the number of projects that we have or number of companies that they have in this thing, but you can always contact me if you want further information. So this is our ICT white paper. So this is what we're aiming to achieve, hopefully in the next few years. So we are hoping for our ICT sector to contribute to the GDP. At the moment, it's 1.8%. Yes, correct. 1.8. So we're hoping to get into 6% for ICT to contribute to the GDP. ICT skilled professional to increase to 6,000. We have about 4,000, 5,000 at the moment, which is still quite low, not enough to support the economy. So we're hoping to get more graduates or experts in this area, especially programmers. We are sort of lacking in that area. So at the moment, we do connect to other countries for like outsourcing. So we do connect to Indonesia, Thailand, India, and Philippines. So, but at the moment, also we are hoping to also build our own capabilities. At the moment as well, we only have about 2 SMEs in Brunei. They are expanding their business outside. So we're hoping to get more of them to go outside and expand their businesses. Yes, that's much about it. Okay, these are the other financing schemes that are available in Brunei, which is not by Darussalam Enterprise, but we do work closely with them. Bank Usahawan, they provide loan of up to 750,000. For this one, it's more of fixed asset as well as working capital. So the repayment will be about 5 years. Of course, the interest rate is sort of affordable. And this one, Brunei Shell is the biggest company probably in Brunei. So they've been in Brunei for about 100 years. So part of their CSR. So they're also providing loan to entrepreneurs to set up in Brunei. Oh, yes, pretty much about it. 15 minutes, yeah, okay. So any question? I would also like to invite my colleague Felicity to join me because I feel lonely up here. So if there are any questions, so feel free to, yeah. You can also contact us here. Yeah, that's our IG, also Facebook account. We're getting hip. Any questions? Or was I too fast? Should I start from start? Or you guys don't understand? All right, thank you. Mana soal panggap, Minda.